Hi, I am about to show you how I have saved thousands of dollars, literally thousands of dollars, um, taking my kids to different places in California. I also recently went on a road trip in Oregon and I did the same thing over there. And I planned our trip around this thing that I'm going to show you. Okay. And we were able to get more than half off over there. We would have been able to save even more if we had more time to go to more places. So that's kind of the thing. If the more places you go, the more you save. Okay. So let me show you some places that we've been to in California just to give you an idea. This, what you see on the screen, is a children's museum. It wasn't super exciting, but we just wanted to check it out. It would have been better if my boys were a little younger, but they did give them a free lunch there. I didn't really take a lot of pictures of the inside, but um, it was just something to do. They did have a cute little farm on, well, not really a farm, but they had some grapes and some fruit trees, and you were free to pick them. So the boys thought that part was pretty cool. All right. Next, there was an automobile museum that we went to in Sacramento. There's lots of different cars. I added this part, the Back to the Future car was there, which is pretty cool. Okay, so this is an arcade that's actually in Sacramento, and we were able to go there once a month for a year. So each of us were able to spend $50 on arcade games, plus an hour of pool. Okay. There are some months when 6 of us went, some months when only 3 of us or 4 of us went, but on average, we would spend $200 a month at this arcade place in Sacramento, sometimes $300. So that alone saved us a ton of money. You'll probably see more pictures of the arcade place popping up. Splash and Dash here in California. This is normally $35 per person. So 4 of us went, so normally we would have spent about $140. I can't remember if that included the life jacket rental or if that was extra. I'm not sure. The boys loved it though. Here's another picture of the arcade that we go to once a month. This was mini golf. That was part of a water park. That's why his hair looks so crazy. But they spent some time playing at the water area, and then we got to play mini golf. I didn't write prices down for everything. I just didn't. But those of you who have kids, you probably have an idea of what some of these things might cost. Okay, this is another picture of the arcade. Rock climbing. This is a place called McDermott, and they have rock climbing, and there's indoor surfing that you're going to see in a little bit. There's batting cages, also an arcade, indoor basketball hoops that my boys really like. That place normally costs $30 per person for the pass that we had. And what you see here is a science museum in Sacramento. I didn't write the price down for that. Okay. I didn't take a ton of pictures of this place, but it was pretty fun. Paintball. So you could play paintball if you're in California on a monthly basis at more than one place. With this time, I took my son for his birthday, and we did have to pay for the paintballs, but everything else was free. This is hard to see because of the picture, but this is No Surrender. More No Surrender. I can't remember the prices, but it's like 30 something, I think, per person for them to play all day. This is Boomers. At Boomers, we were able to play, use the go-karts, bumper cars, mini golf. There was a little ride that they went on. I think that was it at Boomers. That's the ride that they went on. Go-karts. I know these pictures aren't great. Oh, sorry. I wanted you to see it twice. Oh, this is the basketball hoop that I was telling you about at McDermott. It's an indoor area that the boys liked a lot. That's the batting cage there. I know the pictures are kind of out of order. You'll see the surfing later on. This is a museum in Santa Cruz that we were able to go to for free. When I say free, I mean, I'll explain later. Kind of free. This is the Agriculture Museum. I believe this is in Sacramento also. A lot of these places are in the Sacramento area, but mostly because we were going once a month for the arcade anyway, so we were looking for other things to do in the Sacramento area since we had to drive over there. Sorry, their heads got cut off. This is all the Agriculture Museum. Okay, this is the indoor surfing I was talking about at McDermott. Like I said, it's part of the deal where it's $30 per person. The boys really enjoyed this. They had a lot of fun, especially my oldest. This museum is really cool. It's called the Black Hawk Museum. I don't remember the normal prices to get in, but it's honestly probably my favorite museum that we went to with these passes. And this is also another museum. This is an art museum in Stockton, the Hagen. I'm not sure how to say it, but there's a lot of art to see here. My boys liked to see the local artists also. Bowling. So if you're into bowling, you could actually go on a weekly basis if you're in California. It depends. I don't know what every state offers. Bowling shoes are not included. So if you wanted to save extra money, you probably want to just go ahead and buy your own bowling shoes if you're wanting to go maybe every week. This is more of that science museum. Science museum. Gilroy Gardens. So here in California, we have this older amusement park, and the online price is $65 per person. It's more if you show up and pay at the door. But so we got to go twice, and for 4 people, it would have been $260 each time. So that alone saved us over $500. I'll explain how in just a minute. We're almost there. This is another picture of Gilroy Gardens. More Gilroy. Okay, so that was it. So now I'm going to tell you how we did it. Okay, it's super simple. It's not a trick at all. All you have to do is go to this website, getout.com, or you can type getoutpass.com. And these are all the places that offer passes. I can't move my camera. Oh, I'm stuck. That's okay. So, like I said, we recently used the Oregon Pass here. If you click on it, you'll see that it's almost $60 per person for the whole entire year. So we only went to 6 places in Oregon. We still have a lot of other places that we could go if we're able to make another trip over there. So Oregon actually offers NBA games, and my middle son is really excited about that. He's hoping that we can go back and watch at least one of the games. I think they offer 2. We might go back for that. I don't know for sure. But I didn't add up all these different places in Oregon to find the true value of it. But like I said in the other video, in the shorts that I posted, just Oaks amusement park alone would have been, I think, $45 per person. So if you're going to go somewhere, you might as well get one of these passes so that you can go there and everywhere else around. So these passes are good if you don't mind driving. If you're not a big road trip kind of person, you don't want to drive everywhere for deals, then it might not be the best option for you. But if you're like me and you can jump in the car and drive 3 hours and do something fun and then drive back, I would maybe look into it. Okay. There's always this thing on top where it tells you there's a sale happening, but it literally like always says that. Don't let it fool you. Don't think you have to grab your debit card as soon as you see it. It'll be there. Once the sale is done, they're going to think of another sale and it'll just continue on. I've never seen it not on sale. Okay. I just want to show real quick. So California actually has 3 passes because we're such a big state. So mine expired, so I don't have California passes at the moment. When I had them, I had the Central Valley Pass and the Northern California Pass. I might end up getting the Southern California Pass. I'm still deciding. So there's also, I think, Texas. Yeah, Texas has 4 different passes also. There's one for Las Vegas. So if you're planning on going to Las Vegas, $60 a person. And if you scroll down, I'm used to looking on my phone. If you scroll down, you can see the places that you can go for $60 a person. Oh, okay. Just kind of slowly scroll so you can get an idea. There's usually a mixture of things to do with kids and also some things to do without kids. Or, adults will have fun doing a lot of these things also. Okay, well, that was the secret that I have been posting about. So if you're planning on a road trip, like I said, I bought the passes and then I looked on a map of where I could redeem all these passes or all these places. And I planned my hotel stays based on these passes. And it worked out for us. But like I said, if we had more time, we could have saved even more money. So altogether, we paid about, it was like $10 per person per place is what I figured out. Okay. Well, have fun checking out the Get Out Pass. And I will maybe make another video. I don't know. Okay. Bye.